Danger Room is back, baby. It is a fan favorite, beloved game mode. Let's see what we can do to help you get all the way through to the end and get those maximum rewards. Let's see what modifications we have to start with. We've been playing for a little while, so we have a little bit extra. You're going to get stats number 1 there because you get 50 right out of the gate. You see at this point, we have some extra damage. We have some extra speed. Number 4 there, agile. That helps a lot. We've been grinding. It hasn't been good. We haven't been having a lot of success. Just make sure you keep going down here to number 9. These are the interoperable modifications that make it so all the teams work. So we have Daring Warriors, we have the New Warriors, and we have individuals like Tigra, Darkhawk, Cloak, and Dagger, Firestar. Okay, so those characters don't really have a whole lot in common. You need these mods here to try to bring some commonality between them, try to get some synergy for them. And you just got to keep going. At the end of the day, we got speeding ticket, which is good. At the end of the day, if you can get down to that crucible, that should give you the bonus touch to finish. But we're trying to see if we can get done before that. Let's talk about the different strategies involved in the team setups. Team number 1 is going to be the Daring Warriors. This is a Daring Warriors Danger Room, so they are the premier team here. But a lot of it's going to depend on how far you have the team built. There's 5 members, so if you haven't put any investment in them, trying to rent all the characters isn't really going to be efficient. Keep in mind that Daredevil is still a top 5 damage dealer in this game. Eclipse, she has rotating abilities. Some of those could come in handy. You could make some of them permanent with some of the modifications, permanent blinds, permanent counterattacks, things of that nature. And something else we want to keep in mind when it comes to Night Thrasher. His ultimate ability here, Daring Demolition. If you do get Crucible abilities active, he is able to, it will clear all battlefield effects on the allied and the enemy sides. So there are enemy Odins as well as Mephistos that appear. This can clear those battlefield effects. There is also a modification for Speedball called Penance. It reduces the max health of the team, but it gives 100% additional damage. The trade-off is definitely worth it. Another team makeup is the Nova squad. So here we have Nova, Sam Alexander, and the standard legendary character Nova. As you see with mine that belongs on the champions, Nova Sam Alexander, we do indeed have him built up. Old school Nova, not so much. So what I could do is just select my champion Nova, Sam Alexander, and then rent the old school Nova. Now, the reason why we were doing this is because you can trigger an effect that has clones if you have both of them. So if you have both these individuals, they will both clone each other. That will give you 4 characters on your team, right? So you have your 2 you start with, they'll clone 2 more. So it's giving you extra characters. The good thing about that is, right, if I always put my Novas on the end, and then any other Nova that's not on the end is obviously a clone. Then I don't have to worry about their abilities. I just go ahead and use the strongest ability, their ultimate, their special, whatever it is at hand, because that person is not coming with me into the next node. And that allows me to conserve the abilities on my standard Nova characters. There's also one that gives them drain and additional damage. So if you have drain and additional damage throughout the team, you have healing and extra damage. Definitely a good way to build. There is an additional team build regarding Cloak and Dagger. They have a similar mechanic where you can clone, right? You get clones of these individuals. They have mechanics that when it's their turn, they will automatically get 5 energy. So it keeps their energy topped off. Again, it's going to take 2 turns, right? It has to be their turn. They have to do a turn. Then they will get 5 more energy. When you have those clones, that helps a lot because Cloak and Dagger, they're designed to work together. When one person goes, the other person goes. One primarily does healing. One primarily does damage. I take that back. They both do damage. One has more status effects on the negative side. One has more status effects on the positive side, and they ping off each other, right? When one goes, the other goes. So when you have those clones, there's a lot of things happening at the same time. Additionally, with some of those other synergies, they can pair well inside of the Daring Warriors team. So you would want to pick 3, perhaps Daring Warriors, Eclipse, Daredevil, right? It's kind of your choice between Speedball and Night Thrasher. That's kind of the flow that I go with. You can mix and match. You have to take what's available. Let's not forget about Jessica Jones. You have to take what's available, but you're trying to get 3 core members, Cloak and Dagger, get the clones, get the healing, get the extra damage. The team works out very well. Next up, we have Tigra and Firestar. I haven't done a whole lot of testing with this team, but one thing they both definitely do is apply bleeds. That's something, again, you can use to your advantage. There's entry wound, which I think puts bleeds on the opponent and doesn't allow them to use immunity. So get their immunity off the board, put bleeds out there. There's abilities that as long as you're attacking into bleed, other things happen. Defense downs, more energy, things of that nature. So you'd be, again, racking up that bleed team. These two individuals can help start you off with that. The only other character we haven't considered is Darkhawk. Now, Darkhawk, I haven't played with him too much, but he really doesn't seem to have any synergy. He doesn't really have any abilities that are going to help. Maybe the game triggers some, right? I haven't seen any yet. Maybe the game gives you some insane buff that makes Darkhawk really good, but I think he's just here for a story time effect, right? He was on the New Warriors team. And so that's kind of the theme that they're going with. There's the Daring Warriors. You have Cloak and Dagger, like we said. We had Tiger and Firestar. All of them were on the New Warriors team at some point in their career. Same thing with Darkhawk. So I think they're just using that as a theme to just tie this together. But let me know if you saw something cool when it comes to this character. I just haven't seen any awesome buffs for him yet. And there's really not anything in his kit. None of his abilities really help with what's going on. One thing that you will find is there is a overall buff that says the older characters. So again, Darkhawk, Cloak, Dagger, Tiger, Firestar, they all have increased stats, right? They bring their stats up to modern stats. They all heal at the beginning of their matchup as well. So he's not necessarily bad. I just couldn't find a way to synergize him in. So to close out, we're just going to play through my final run here, the final node. So my build strategy did not go good, right? My build strategy so far, I haven't been able to really put something 100% together. So early on, what happened is we were going for that bleed team. It didn't work out. We ended up switching to more Daring Warriors. We got the double Novas, and we got the 2 double Nova buffs, and then we were just trying to pump up our Daring Warrior buffs. We got the evade at the end, which I was really angry about because I thought it was dumb. I was getting a lot of dumb picks, but those evades end up saving me at the end. Let's just check out what's going on.